Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Scavenger. Welcome to today's video. I am playing a game called Chasing Tails. Now, this is one that's been on my list. It's been on my list for a little while, and I think it's going to be a little bit more tame than the other games we play. But I've kind of had an interest in it, so I want to play it. And it's a shorter one, so it's not going to take a whole lot of time or a whole lot of episodes. But I thought it'd be a fun, maybe even cute story to get into. If you guys are down with that, then go ahead, make sure you smack that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you know what, check me out on Patreon if you want to as well. All right, all that aside, let's go ahead and get into the game. Please excuse my voice. It is a little bit it's a little bit f***ed right now, okay, but eventually it'll get better. Let's go ahead and get into Chasing Tails. All right, we have time choices in this game. That's going to be interesting. And now what? Creak, creak, creak. The old floorboards are creaking under my head. Someone's walking in the attic. The thing is, there's nobody in the house but me. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. A week ago. What happened a week ago? Oof. Is it packed with stones or something? They say the night is darkest just before the dawn, and the last box you carry when you move in is the heaviest one. Not sure about the night part, but dragging another box in the hallway, I try my best to remember if I packed a couple of concrete slabs in there. Ooh. My luggage arrived before I did. The movers didn't bother waiting for me and simply formed a small ziggurat with my belongings on the porch. I don't know if I pronounced that word right at all. Probably not. Don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up afterwards. Oh well, at least nobody snatched them. I wonder if anyone lives around here at all. That's too much drama. Cheer up, June. It's not like we're in the middle of nowhere, lost and forgotten by the rest of the world. To keep my sudden whining seizure at bay, I dropped the box on the floor and immediately started sneezing. Bad move. Damn, just how much dust is there? Achoo! Actually, no, I don't want to know that. The dust flutters in the air like plastic snow in a glass globe, forming small swirls in the corner, and it seems to be the only insulation material in this house. I guess I'll be able to make a happy little dust snowman if I give it a try. Or should I call it a dustman? Ew. Not that I was short and real snow around here. It's spring already, but the townscape is still covered in a thick blanket of snow. And it looks like it has no plans of melting anytime soon. Sure, my auntie warned me that it'll be fresh in these parts, but I had no idea that it was fresh as in frozen fresh. On my way here, I got the distinct feeling that I was stuck in a computer game with textures constantly failing to load. Well, not like I had any other options. Oh. Maybe it gets better downtown? Not like I'm eager to find out in person. At least not today. The way here got me worn out, and all of these boxes won't unpack themselves. Would it be great if they did, though? I look around the shabby hall, crowded with the endless boxes. I get the feeling they multiplied while I wasn't looking. I mean, it's not like I could move the whole damn pile with only my two hands, right? I really tried my best to focus on the positive lately. And I almost did good. Until this very moment. It's just like a click in my head. I suddenly realize how tired I am. It's not the long way I've made, but rather everything that's happened to me recently. My legs give out. I sit down on one of the boxes and stare at nothing with empty eyes. For a moment, I sit without moving. But I don't feel any better. More like I'm drowning deeper and deeper in one of those blurry snowdrifts I've seen along the road. Still, something changes. Not sure what it is, but through the sudden tide of fatigue, I feel a hint of anxiety building up. It grows stronger with each passing moment, and gradually clogs my mind entirely. This primitive feeling snaps me back to reality. I jump to my feet. Ugh, what's the matter with me? I've given myself a little slap on the cheeks, but the strange feeling doesn't go away. Where's it coming from? I try listening to my feelings, and soon I figure out that it's the room that's giving me those strange vibes. The very room I was looking at this whole time. Just as I think of it, a nasty tight lump emerges in my throat. I try hard to swallow it somehow. I take a closer look around and suddenly shiver. Right in the middle of the room, on the floor covered with a thick layer of dust, there's a lonely footprint. Quite a small one, but that doesn't make it any better. How did it get in here? Really though, how? Let's take a closer look. I carefully get closer to look around. No more footprints. Just a single print of a bare foot in the dust that was gathering here for years. Or should I say, decades? My aunt mentioned she inherited this house from a distant uncle's grandfather or something. I probably leaned too low. My nose itches, and then the whole house shakes with the loudest achoo! The delusion falls apart. I even feel energetic enough to clean up a bit. Of course, I won't be able to find all of this mighty dirt in one go, but gotta start somewhere. While rubbing the floor, I naturally come up with a simple explanation. This house sits on the outskirts, of course, but it's not the only one here. I'm positive I saw a couple houses nearby, so perhaps my neighbors have a very special sense of humor. If it really is a prank, that leaves lots of questions. But anyway, I'd rather have this than a ghostly apparition of a one-legged midget prowling the house. I mean, rumors go around quickly in small towns, so I freeze, stunned with a jarring thought, but immediately push it away. No one here knows anything about me. They can't know. My old life belongs to the past, to the city that I left behind. Here, I will start with a clean slate, and no one-legged midget ghost will ever stop me. Layers of pristine dirt, both majestic and vast, finally give in under my attack. I barely keep standing on my feet, but the result is worth it. Naturally, there's nothing even vaguely edible in this house, but at least there's a heating system. I even managed to turn it on, so when I curl up on a couch with a manga book, it's almost cozy. I was dreaming of this moment all day long, but now I'm too tired to follow the story. Images blur before my eyes. I'm falling asleep. At night, I wake up a couple of times feeling someone is watching me from the darkness. Morning greets me with bright white lights shining in my face. I'd honestly prefer coffee in bed, but this works too, I guess. The same white light fills the entire room. Apparently, I forgot to draw the curtains in the evening. This fierce illumination makes the scene painfully real. My sleepy brain fails to track where I found myself, so I manage to freak out a tad bit before it dawns on me. I moved houses. I start recollecting the details. An army of boxes in the hallway, lines of hurtfully empty cupboards in the kitchen, and an odd footprint I found yesterday in this very room. And also that weird dream, I guess? Or was it more like an actual feeling? No idea what it actually was, but thinking of this, I suddenly get cold under 3 blankets. Wait a sec. 3 blankets? I stare at the blankets in question. Sewn from colorful scraps, each one of them is vaguely reminiscent of Frankenstein's monster. Well, At least they are warm and don't seem to have too much dust on them. But when did I manage to get them? I'm sure I got truly exhausted after cleaning the house yesterday evening. I wasn't even planning to fall asleep here. Just lay down to relax for a moment. Still, my clothes are neatly folded and stacked flat lying by the couch. Now, does this mean I'm... Oh! Yep, right. Oof. Like, I'm not only talking to myself, but also sleepwalking? Now that is a combination. I mean, if I'm that active in my sleep, I could have at least drawn the curtains. What is all that even? A nice start in the new place, huh? I do hope my neighbors haven't seen anything they weren't supposed to see. At this very moment, I hear a muffled but distinct plop. I turn my head about, trying to locate the source of the noise, but I only managed to catch a small glimpse of something outside the window. Hey! Hey, stop right there! Someone was peeking at me, staring right through the bare window glass. My righteous anger has no limits. I wrestle out of the blankets, about to rush after the culprit, but out in cold, my, let's say enthusiasm cools down real quick. It's freezing in here. Considering the temperature overboard, I'm no longer surprised with the miraculous manifestation of all those blankets. At this point, I probably could have dragged a bear out of the woods without regaining consciousness just to have something warm and fluffy around. Come to think of it, bears are creepy. I wonder if there are any around here. This house sits at the very edge of the forest after all. And chances are, this could have been... No, that silhouette outside of the window was clearly human. I think I've seen a flash of a bright color. Red, I guess. Any unwanted guest is probably wearing a striking look. Well, this means it should be easy to track them down. But first, I should probably wear some pants. Boarding with a warm couch is frustrating, but there's nothing edible in the kitchen, and I have to get outside either way. I could also use this chance to meet my neighbors while being dressed. I mean, maybe their children picked this house as a playground. They could have got here while the house was abandoned, and I could let this slide, but staring into my windows won't do at all. If I was in unwanted attention from randos, I might as well have stayed back home. Oof, I'd rather not think of this. The heating system managed to shut down at night. No wonder I woke up in a freezing chamber. I fight the urge to start it again. It's probably safer to leave it be for now. I'd rather get back to a cold house than a hot pile of embers. I get ready and run out the front door as fast as I can. Which is probably too fast. Ouch! The ground meets my butt with such a passion as they were meant to be together all along. I feel upset, cold, and progressively more wet with each passing moment. All those innocent-looking puddles I noticed on my way to the house yesterday turned into wicked ice traps overnight. Seems like I have a free pass to my personal ice rink now. How generous. Due to many a happy coincidence and plenty of exceptional agility, I managed surviving my own backyard. Okay, we're going to continue on with this story, but my voice is really struggling. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of Chasing Tales. And if you like it and you want to see more of it, please smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me know if you played it. Let me know what you think of the game or what you think of the game so far. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yes, I do. Hentai too. I have an idea. Kid naked. What did you say? If it works, it works. On my wiener. No, you did though. You did though. Remember? I did though. Scab, what do you have me making, man? Oh. Scab.